Ticker symbol eur-USD on a forex pair is on high alert for myself personally to potentially see an increase in value. Now, let me go over exactly what I'm looking at on these charts. To start off with, we are in a bearish regression trend because our regression trend indicator is heading to the bottom right of our screen. So we want to typically be looking for sells in the market or puts or going short, which has indicated great opportunities that you can see presented here. However, the thing that I'm looking at right now is when you're in a regression trend to the downside or bearish and you come across an area of level of support where we're kind of consolidating but bouncing back up, that is my first indication that we could potentially see an increase to the upside. Now, the added confirmation is down on our dashboard here. You can tell that our white line, this represents money movement. You can tell that when we're leveling out the playing field here, we're not necessarily going down further, but our white line is money movement and it's shifting higher into the market, showing that there's more demand and more money flowing into it. This is a great indication that we could actually see EUR/USD push to the upside into these top deviation levels on a regression trend. Now, it did bounce nicely off this middle level here at about 1.00960. Now, that is going to be a strong level of resistance in the market because it just was such a big push down at this area. It doesn't mean it can't get back to that spot. We just need to hold off. What I would be looking at is just as long as we can hold this level of support here of around 0.995, and we have our white line money movement still shifting in upper direction. If we can then get our middle band to shift over to green, which you can tell right here, this was a great indication if we go straight up that the price of this forex pair was increasing. That's what I want to be looking for to have an added confirmation that we could be heading higher in the market. And I see no reason why this can't test these top deviation levels. Now, the strongest level of resistance is going to be right here where we topped up beforehand around 1.037. That is not, again, out of the picture because that would actually act as our top deviation level here on our bearish regression trend if we extend this out further to the right. And the way to do this, let's take a look at our indicator here. Let's go over to inputs and let's go extend lines to the right. So let's take a look here and see what could potentially be happening. When we test up at this area, we're going to be testing the top deviation level. So that would be an area where you have a double top and we can potentially see a push to the downside, but it's also a running to area. If we're heading in the upper direction, let this run and see how high we can get. Now, you can tell right here, we do have an intermediate, let's say, take profit level or level of resistance, which you can tell we've hit multiple times on these wicks on these candles, which is actually going to be the third deviation down, which is approximately about 1.025. So again, if we can increase in value down here on our bottom dashboard, white line is money movement can still keep shifting. Those are the two areas that I think that we could see EUR/USD run to, not necessarily by the weekend, but possibly into next week or the week after, if we can keep this bullish momentum and reversal trend on a bear overall regression. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day.